Let's move now to Durban, and it seems they're tired of waiting for help. After nearly 2 months living in halls and shelters since the devastating April floods, a group of KwaZulu-Natal flood victims this afternoon occupied the eThekwini City Hall. You heard a little earlier that they were speaking to the Deputy Mayor, but they've also said that if they don't get the answers they need, they are going to spend the night there. eNCA reporter Manqoba Mchunu is at the City Hall this evening. He joins us now. Manqoba, what is the current situation?
Well, Sally, the situation remains quite tense here at the City Hall. In fact, these residents are insisting, Sally, that they're not going to move here. They're going to continue occupying the City Hall up until they get a response from the city. They say that they want definitive answers from the city as to what will happen to them and where they will be housed in the long run. They don't want any answers when it comes to the issues around temporary shelters. They say that they want a permanent solution from the city. You can see, Sally, these are residents that have gathered here. We understand that they are from various communities that have been living in the various community halls here in the region of eThekwini. And of course, these residents saying that they are being subjected to inhumane conditions at these halls, and they're insisting that they're not, in fact, going to leave here up until they have that answer as to what will happen to them. But joining me now, just to get a sense of the conversations that are taking place here, is the Deputy Mayor of eThekwini, Philani Mavundla. Of course, he had a meeting just a short while with these residents trying to find a solution to this impasse. Babu Mavundla, thank you for your time. These residents, they are raising quite genuine issues about the way that they are living at these community halls. You have been talking to them, but up until now, is there any way forward?
Well, let's greet the South African and the people of eThekwini in particular. Yes, we do agree. The conditions where these people are staying are not conducive for any human being. And to be frank, there's no politician that can last in this condition for 5 days. However, having admitted that the situation, the way it is completely out of our hand. eThekwini municipality is not in charge of human settlement. As you might have heard, we've made it clear that we've done our level best to ensure that we do have pockets of land available for houses for them to be built. However, eThekwini doesn't have money. It's not our mandate. We are expecting the province to come in. The province as well need to get the allocation from the national government. I think every South African by now is fully aware of the statement from the national government that they've made it clear that we needed to reprioritize. That is very simple. It simply means that if there was a pipeline that was supposed to go to KwaMashu, because it's our fault that we had the flood, we must stop that pipeline. We must go and build for people. We don't know how feasible that is, but that is it's our understanding of reprioritization.
But you're talking of people, Deputy Mayor, that have been living in these halls and sleeping on the floors in these halls, and they want answers, Deputy Mayor, and they're saying that the fact that you say you don't have money is not good enough.
Well, at some point you need to tell the truth, no matter how painful it is. We are being honest and serious when we say we don't have money. Secondly, we're being honest and serious when we say provision of human settlement, it's not our mandate. We're being very frank. That's why I made it clear to them that it will help us if they go and talk to the very, very relevant people to deal with their issues. That's the fact.
But as a city, what is your intervention? How are you going to deal with this situation?
Well, as a city, as we've said, we've provided the community hall. That's all that we can do as it stands at the moment. As a city, we've opened soup kitchens. That's all that we can do. But anything beyond that, there is absolutely nothing that we can do as a city. The province needs to come in, the national needs to come in, and also start taking people serious. They are concerned. I fully agree. They are genuine. As I'm saying, there's not a single politician that can sleep in these halls for 5 days, not a single one. They've been there ever since. That is very much understandable, and we can't lie about that.
And will you be talking to perhaps the provincial government just to get a sense from them how they are going to deal with this issue?
Well, you get leaders, and you get leaders who are half the leaders. The leader who happened to be the MEC of Human Settlement has already called me, and we are discussing the situation as we speak. And I think it's going to take it up and deal with the people above him, but he has already called me.
Okay, thank you. I just want to get a sense, Sally, from one of the community leaders about some of the issues that they are facing at these community halls. Baba, thank you very much. We understand that there is quite a number of issues that the community members that are living in these halls have. But tell us the reason why you've decided to occupy the City Hall.
Look, mfowethu, njengomsinso oyimilela, sibuka i-condition yabantu abala e-KZN, especially the black people. Ama officials agijima komdloti, agijima kothongathi. But people abasema hall, they are suffering. Babhizi bafuna ukulungisa ama bridge, bafuna ukulungisa imigwaqo. Whereas impilo zabantu abasema hall zinzima ngalendlela mfowethu ukuthi ngeke uzukwazi ukuthi uyimele. Ayikho official engamela leyampilo ephilwala ilaba abantu laba basemaholo bafudumele bona nezingane zabo nemindeni yabo emzini yabo, but abantu bakithi abamnyama, especially abantu abawumsinso okuyimilela la eSouth Africa, bahlupheka, and ama officials they don't care, abanandaba nabo, bababukele nje. Izingane ezincane, izingane ezibhala umatric njengamanje azikwazi ukustudisha. Izalukwazi abantu abadala abafunale abaphathwa amadola, abaphathwa izifo zamathambo. Kungena ubusika manje, kuyabanda. Uhlale ehholo, and ehholo njengamanje kunamahholo angenamanzi. Abantu abangakwazi ukuthi bazolala kanjani. Ingakho njenge leadership yomsinso okuyimilela sibathathile labantu sathi abeze la eCity Hall. Uyabona la eCity Hall kufudumele kungcono.
Okay, thank you very much. That was Vukile Mnembe, just giving us a sense of some of the frustrations from these communities of Sally, saying that many of these community members are facing quite deplorable conditions at these halls. There is no water at some of these halls, and in fact the children as well as matriculants are also suffering, given that they have to stay in these community halls. There is really nowhere where they can study for their matric exams. So they are saying that they're going to continue occupying the City Hall up until the Premier of the province, Sihlezi Galala, comes to address them. So this is the situation here at the City Hall currently, Sally.
All right, thank you very much for that update, eNCA reporter Manqoba Mchunu in eThekwini.